to another episode of Why I Hate This Movie. I'm your host, Derek Rios, and with always my co-host and heterosexual life mate, Danny Newton. How you doing today, Danny?
Very good, Derek. How are you?
I'm fine. Today we're going to be talking about an old throwback before our time.
Yes.
Once again, 1982's movie, The Beastmaster.
Yes. I would say one of the original sword and sorcery movies. It was like Conan the Barbarian first, and then this come along 4 years later or so.
I think Conan was 78.
Yeah.
This definitely has that Conan feel.
Oh, yes. This is very Conan feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I didn't care for this as much.
Really?
Really.
I thought it was kind of bad funny.
Yes.
I kind of enjoyed it.
I think the stuff I laughed at in Conan the Barbarian, I was kind of supposed to laugh at.
Mm.
But I think the stuff I laughed at in this, I don't think I was supposed to laugh at all.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I was definitely laughing at some of the stupid stuff they do, but...
Yes, very much so. It's a classic tale of my entire family has been killed by the big bad, and I must go and have vengeance. And then I become king by my own hand, but it's not quite that last part because he doesn't become king.
Well, his dad was still alive and stuff.
Yeah.
But we start the movie off with...
Yeah, Rip Torn.
There's an H in there, though.
That's the only actor I knew in this.
No. There's
I feel like I should have known the chick.
No,
but I didn't.
I've never seen her anything else, but the warrior guy, the black guy.
Yeah. He looked really familiar too.
That's John Amos.
Yeah. What else was he in?
John Amos, he's been in a lot of like early 90s, I feel like detective movies and stuff. He was in Good Times.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this dude looked really familiar.
He's been in a bunch of daytime stuff, like sitcoms and stuff like that.
Yeah, television actor. I felt like a lot of these people look like television actors to me. That's why I was like, I felt like I should have known the redheaded woman because she looked like an 80s television actress.
Yeah, the rest I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are the only two people I've ever seen before.
I don't think I ever seen Dar before this. I don't think I ever seen Dar after this either.
No.
I know there were sequels to this, but I don't know if he actually did the sequels.
The covers on the sequels and all the screens are just like garbage CGI stuff.
Yeah.
It looks real bad.
He looked like blonde Kevin Bacon to me.
Yeah.
He was he was a weird character.
It felt like his character was supposed to be a child.
Yeah.
Because he does a bunch of childish stuff the entire movie. Like he's never actually grew up with around people.
Yeah.
I think that's what they wanted the character to be, just like almost like a Jungle Book.
Maybe he was
like
only supposed to be like a teenager.
Yeah. Well, probably.
Because this couldn't have been that far after like his birth and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So what's all going on in this movie is Rip Torn is the leader of a child sacrificing cult. Because why not?
Well, it's just a cult.
Yes.
But
they love child sacrifice.
Yeah. And there's a prophecy, of course, like every good movie.
Yes.
It doesn't rhyme, though.
Oh, only good prophecies rhyme.
Yeah. As I've been told. So they have to... the king's firstborn son is supposed to kill him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And even though he feels like he's working for the king, he's like the king's sorcerer or something.
It's so weird.
And yeah, so they're watching the queen and these weird, oddly hot witches, because it's like they took hags and they took chicks and everyone, and just have them in like skimpily clad clothing like everyone else in this movie. They're all most people are half nude. Then they're like, oh, put a shitty mask on them.
Yeah, honestly, whenever you think of like a traditional hag or something like that from D&D, this is what it's supposed to look like.
Kind of hot, man.
Yeah,
you know? You put a bag on their head.
Yeah,
I'm for it.
Yeah, looks fine from behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is supposed to be like the traditional like look of hags from D&D.
They're talking about sacrificing the king's son.
Yeah.
And someone snitches on them somehow. The king shows up with his 3 guards.
Yes.
And it's like, take them away. And then
you think you would bring more guards to the child sacrificing cult to deal with that.
So.
But then again, I guess you only need 3 guards when the cult's plan is to all commit suicide.
Yeah, he just gives him like this. Rip Torn gives him this horny stare.
Yes,
like that's his stare. The whole movie is just like, I don't know if I want to murder you or just like have sex with you.
Yes,
and he gives him this look, and the monks just hang themselves.
Yeah, every monk in this show has like this rope thing on like a piece of jewelry or bracelet or whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's got like a little circular, almost like drill bit looking thing to it that they just slap into stuff. Yeah. Right? It's like a thrown projectile. Then it's got rope coming down out of it, like a grappling hook.
Yeah.
So these guys literally just thunk that into the ceiling and then just hang themselves.
It's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
That's a good toss.
Yeah. It's really in there.
I have no idea why.
No, there's no reason for it.
And then what do the hags do? They just disappear?
Yeah. You would think that the guards would kill these monsters.
No,
not at all. We're cool with this for some reason.
Yeah. So they arrest the guy. And then one of the hags, they're just immediately like, okay, well, that's over.
Yeah.
And they go to sleep in their tent because the whole kingdom is just pretty much live in a tent. It's a mud hut, effectively. I don't know where this is at.
Like they built a temple.
Yeah.
But even the king is out here sleeping in a hut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all the towns and cities are very crude, very primitive.
We'll talk about Darstown.
Yeah, when we get there. One of the hags sneaks in there.
Yeah.
And brings a cow and transfers the baby into the cow.
Yeah, but she didn't cut the mother open. You think this wouldn't have killed the mother?
No, I don't know. Maybe the cow was pregnant and the baby cow went into the mother.
So the king's son is born from a C-section on a cow.
Yes. Yeah, she literally summons and rips the baby out of her. Well, first of all, they pour blue glowy goo on their neck. That way they can't
keeps
move.
Them held down.
Yeah, it keeps them held down.
Mm-hmm.
And then boom, into a cow, and she's like, I'm still in your son. You think you would have a couple more guards or something?
Yeah, literally.
They just talked about murdering your child.
You just arrested your nemesis who swore vengeance.
Mm-hmm. You
think you would have doubled the guard outside your hut from 0 to 1.
Yeah.
Right?
Something.
She takes this cow out into like the middle of nowhere in a field.
Mm-hmm.
Sparks up a bonfire.
Yeah.
And
kills
the cow, cuts the baby out of the cow, and is going to ritualistically sacrifice him in a bonfire.
Well, first she has to brand him.
Yeah, she brands him first,
mm-hmm.
and then she's going to stab him up real good, and then probably throw him in the fire, I would suppose.
Mm-hmm. Like all good sacrifices.
Like all good sacrifices.
So you have to brand them first, that way it traps the soul in the body, and it's just not reborn again?
I have no idea. I do not know why we need to brand it. It's a magical ritual.
Yeah,
okay,
right,
what do you want?
You're right.
You want to do magic or not? it's the way it goes.
All right.
So this hag is out here doing this thing, and just random passerby, I guess tradesman for his village.
I thought he was a farmer, but you never really see him doing any farming.
At first, I thought he was just like a village to village trader, right?
It never shows any profession.
Yeah, but then later on, it's like he's a farmer or something.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this guy's occupation is.
He just happened to be wandering by.
He happened to be there.
And he just happens to be really skilled with throwing star thing.
So one thing I immediately love about this, even before we talk about how easily he handled the situation.
Yeah.
I love that everybody here, their prehistoric accent is like New York City, Beverly Hills, just wherever they hired these people from.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This guy sounds like he's from Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
But he comes along and she's doing her sacrifice. And he has this little fold out knife thing, right?
Yeah.
That is just magical, I guess. It just goes wherever he wants it to go.
I mean, it doesn't follow physics.
No, this is very much like Captain America's shield.
Yeah.
So he throws this thing and just like clunk, knifes this witch in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And he's just like, well, that didn't do the job. So I'm going to take my sword and I'm going to stab you up real good.
Yeah. And then you get this sword fighting, who obviously this guy looks like he's never held a sword before in his life.
No.
He's holding it very awkwardly.
He's holding it by the pommel and the blade.
Yeah.
He's holding it like a club in his hands, right? Like
it's
a baseball bat.
It's kind of like what a New York taxi guy probably holds a sword like.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, what are you doing to that kid there?
Like he's slapping the baseball bat in his hand. That's exactly it.
I gotta get my knife on you.
Yeah.
And yeah, the witch pretty much impales herself.
Yeah. She stabs
herself. You get this weird camera angle where it's her face, his face, and them grunting, and then she just launches onto the sword and kills herself.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people do in this movie.
Yeah. They really do.
A lot of people just like, I gotta do, okay, is it my turn to die? All right, let me throw myself onto this blade. Because we can't have fight choreography.
Oh, man.
In this fantasy sword and magic movie. Anyways. So he takes the baby.
Yes.
He's like, and he goes back to the village, and the village is like, yeah, this guy, yeah, you got a kid, congrats. It's like, no one questions where this farmer out in the middle of the night just randomly comes back with a fucking child.
Maybe he just told him. Maybe this guy is so truthful. As soon as he just, this is what happened. They're just like, 100% believe you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're still not going to question like, well, where did the kid come from?
Yeah. He come from within walking distance. Right?
Yeah.
Of all these places.
There's only one other town in the whole place, apparently.
Right.
You got Stick Village and then Clay Village.
Well, there's wherever the horde comes from.
Oh.
But they don't say.
No.
But over.
Yeah. Guy stole the baby.
Over at Stick Village. Yeah, the guy stole a baby and brought him back to Stick Village.
Yep.
And we have our first time jump to where Dar is an adolescent.
Yep. And this guy's training Dar to be a fucking asshole, apparently.
Yes. 100%.
Mission accomplished.
Because his first lesson to Dar is like, hey, here's your magical throwing knife thingy, and we're going to fuck with that guy over there.
Who's just doing his job.
This is doing his job.
Yep.
And then we're going to watch him get eaten by a grizzly bear and do nothing.
Which, the guy was fine. So yeah, they throw this thing and take his hat off, and the guy's like, oh, damn you. And then a bear comes out and, sucks him into the bush.
Yeah, pulls him into the bushes, mauls him.
Chucks him, and always like he's just on the ground alive. He's like, "Oh, my leg!" And then the bear comes out and is walking around, and our main hero here, Dar, he mind controls or soothes the bear.
Yes,
I guess being born out of a cow, he's one with nature.
Wild empathy.
Yeah, wild empathy.
So, do you think that's a question I was going to ask you as well? Do you think Dar is like? Do you think he's a druid, or do you think he's a ranger?
He's a ranger.
Okay.
For sure.
Because he just has pets.
Mm-hmm.
He's not actually like talking to them like a druid.
I think he's actually just a Beastmaster archetype ranger.
Yeah.
Where you just have a bunch of pets. But yeah, that guy was alive. He was like, oh, my leg. And then like, oh, that guy's dead now. We watched him bleed out or something while I was playing with this bear.
Hey man, if a bear bites your leg off, that's the end of it. Okay?
You're right.
You're done.
They probably killed him. And then the dad is just like, don't ever tell anyone about this.
Don't ever tell anybody that this ever happened. And I'm going to leave you right here where this bear just mauled a man to death.
No, he didn't. Actually, he sends the kid off to the village. And he's like, go tell everyone what happened to Taj or whatever.
Yeah.
And
okay, you're right.
And then the kid just skips to town all happy and smiling.
Yeah. Just waving his sword around like everything's cool, like he just didn't watch a man get his limb ripped off by a bear.
Yep.
You're right, Dar's an asshole. Dar's an asshole from a very early age.
Yeah. He did not have the best role model.
Oh no.
So he goes back, and then we get another time jump to where he's an adult now.
Yeah, young adult. He's got to still be a teenager, though.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure the actress is 30, but he's supposed to be 12.
Yeah, definitely.
At least 16. So they let's describe this village. So there's like 2 or 3 buildings.
Yes.
Up on stilts.
Yeah, and they're way up there.
They're like 30 feet in the air.
Yes.
And the only way to get in them is ropes. You have to climb up ropes.
But they have random sticks around their village as though it's a wall. Yeah. But the sticks are spread out enough that you could walk through them.
That is their wall. It's just a row of sticks in a circle.
So some of these huts are on the ground.
No,
not all of them, because
there was not a single building on the ground.
All the workstations were on the ground.
That's it.
Yeah.
But there was no buildings on the ground. They had like 3 sky huts, and that was it. And there was like 40 people living here.
Why do you think they're all in the air?
I don't know, to protect from random bears.
Because it's not protecting you from raiders. You would not want to be stuck up there. If like the fucking horde rolls through.
Maybe this is based off a book, and in the book they describe tree houses, and they're like, well,
like they're living like elves or something.
Yeah. This is supposed to be Robin Hood and their merry men, and
we didn't shoot this movie in a forest.
No, there's no forest because we're in the middle of a desert.
Yes. Everything is fucking desolate desert shit everywhere. That's the only terrain feature.
Yeah, they're just in the desert of Cali.
It's either
Nevada.
It's either dirt or dead grass.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know what we farm. Everything's dead.
So they go. Him and the other younger guys go out and farm.
Yes.
And then they get attacked by the tar.
Yeah.
This raiding. I don't know what they're called. I swear they call them the tar.
We also got our best boy, the best good boy, who was also named Kodo.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong about that?
The dog?
Yeah.
I don't know. No, that was one of the ferrets.
Because he named the ferrets Kodo and Podo, but I could have swore that the dog's name was Kodo as well.
I don't know. I never caught the dog's name. Yeah, he had a little pet dog. Just at the start of this fight, their dad is out there meeting these guys on horsebacks with his stick, or I'm sorry, his sword.
Yes.
That he doesn't know how to wield, and he immediately gets trampled.
Yeah.
And then the whole town gets burned and murdered and pillaged.
Yeah.
As Myax, the bad guy's wizard's name.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Max with 2 A's. But they call him Myax.
Yes.
I don't know why they did this. I guess they just wanted these people gone.
Yeah, because this isn't a situation where they were killing all the men and taking all the women.
No, I don't think they took anyone.
No, they killed everybody.
Yeah.
Like
maybe they took children. Did we see them murdering children?
I think they killed everybody, dude.
I don't know.
Because literally, like, Dar gets knocked out because he sucks. The best boy starts pulling him out of this village.
He gets
that's burning down
with an arrow in him.
His poor
dog.
He gets shot by a crossbow and then comes back and pulls him further.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pulls him out
to the woods.
Pulls him into the woods. Yep.
Yeah, there are more land features. I apologize. Mm-hmm. There are woods. They're not very thick, but
that
one tree.
Yeah, and then the dog dies.
Yeah,
and then he goes back and everyone's dead.
That was a good dog.
Yeah, I mean the dog wasn't really pulling him. You could obviously see that there was a line connected to him and it was pulling him underneath some hay. Jeez. That's all I'm saying.
Let our best boy have it, okay?
No, you're right. You're right.
He did the job.
He didn't deserve to die.
He didn't deserve to die.
I can't believe they really killed him.
Yeah, me either.
They really killed that cow.
Yeah.
And they really killed that ferret.
I don't remember seeing a thing at the end of this movie that said no animals were harmed in the making.
No, this is back when they had to make it realistic.
Yeah.
They literally painted a tiger solid black and then threw it in the desert for this whole fucking movie. There's no black tigers out there.
I thought it was supposed to be a panther.
No, it was a tiger that they painted black.
I thought he was a panther.
No, it's a tiger.
They get this thing from Joe Exotic?
I don't know. But yeah.
Oh, that poor tiger.
Yeah.
I didn't know they fucking painted it black. That's terrible.
It was obviously, because you could see where around its mouth where it had been drinking water, the paint was obviously coming off.
Oh, man. Fuck this movie. You're right. Animals were harmed in the filming of this.
Oh, for sure. They never said that that ferret lived at the end. Okay, that's what I'm saying. They chucked that bitch in the fire.
Oh, that ferret's so dead. Oh, but it got squished on set or something.
Poor Kodo or Podo. I don't know which one's which.
I think it was Kodo. Poor Kodo.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah, Dar's whole village gets slaughtered. So naturally, he takes and picks up his dead dog after he puts everybody's bodies in a ring.
Yeah, I don't know why a ring. You think a pile would be more sufficient, but
and then burns them.
Yep.
In a ritualistic ring. After he cuddles his best boy up with his surrogate father.
Mm-hmm. Sure,
good doggo.
And then we get another montage where he's just running through the desert hills, swinging a stick around,
not giving a fuck.
Yep. And then he's like, oh, hey, sword. Now I can swing this around randomly.
Yep. He does not give a shit that his whole village just died. And the first thing he comes up on is naked chicks in a pond.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, no.
Well, he gets his animals.
He gets his animals. So that's where of course, the hawk, was it an eagle?
Yes. This is an eagle.
So he gets this eagle in the village.
Yeah.
It's a spirit animal or whatever. That just always follows him around. And then he comes across the ferrets.
Yep.
Which steals his shit.
Yep.
And he's chasing them. Well, they're super fast somehow. But anyways.
Well, there's two of them.
No, you're right. So he's chasing them through the brush there and ends up falling into quicksand.
Yeah.
And they feel bad, so they help him by chewing through a tree limb.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but by the time they chewed through that limb, he would have long been dead.
Yep.
But so they help him, and one of them falls in, and he just crawls out. And I thought he was going to let the thing die.
Thought he was too. He lets everything else die.
Yeah.
I thought he was just
I'm saying, when they filmed this, they had to throw that ferret into that oatmeal quicksand or whatever they're using, right?
Mm-hmm.
And submerge it because he has to pull it out.
Yep. I thought he was going to just let it die as well.
Yeah.
Because Dar's an asshole.
How many takes do you think that took? Where they just chucked this poor ferret into this fucking puddle and he has to
waterboarding this ferret. I thought about that too. I also thought about the fucking eagle and how many fucking ferrets got eaten by this eagle before the end of this movie.
That eagle is super strong.
Another day I feel, God damn it, we lost another one.
Bring out the backup ferret. We lost another Kodo.
We're on fucking Poto 4 by the end of this movie. That eagle's eating a lot of ferrets.
Oh no. What about the tiger? The tiger kisses the fucking ferret at the end.
Oh yes, that tiger ate a ferret.
Oh no.
That tiger.
Maybe all the ones that didn't make it out of the fucking quicksand alive, they just fed to the tiger.
Oh. And that's the inappropriate stuff I laughed about in this movie.
I don't think they had animal rights back then in the movies.
No.
Oh, no.
Definitely not. After he gets his ferrets, he comes across his tiger. I'm sorry, his panther. His black tiger.
Some guys are chasing this black tiger down.
Yes.
And have caught it and lassoed it. And he comes along and saves it.
Yep.
And so it's like, okay, all right, you're my buddy. Let's hang out.
Yep.
But yeah, straight up, it looks like they just spray painted a Siberian tiger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Black. And then
when I was watching it, I thought, like I said, I thought it was a panther, but I'm just like, Man, panthers have been endangered for a long fucking time. They wouldn't have a panther on this movie set playing grab ass.
No.
Yeah, it's just a painted tiger. Oh man, but yeah, he gets his
crew.
Yeah.
It's his posse now.
Yeah,
he's got his cunning, his eyes, and his strength.
Yes, and he uses those immediately to try to rape the first woman he sees. Because Dar is an asshole.
I mean, that's kind of what you have to do. All right. So he comes across 2 slaves. That are washing, 2 naked women.
Yes.
That are in this little stream bathing. They look good too. This is like classy 80s woman.
Yep.
And he has the weasels go steal their shit. And as the one is redhead's chasing after her stuff, the tiger pops out and like scares her.
Yep.
And then Dar is like comes up from behind her, is like, oh, hold on. And like, you just can't show fear. And then like shoos the tiger away. And then I was like, all right, now that I saved you, let's make out and have sex. And
she's trying to push him up off of her. Everything else, like, I don't want it.
Yeah.
She clearly said no, Dar.
He just sexually assaults this woman.
I knew you were going to like this movie as soon as there was a naked redhead in it.
Oh, my God. We needed more priestesses. And then we come to find out. She
wasn't wearing much for the rest of this either.
No, she wasn't.
Holy crap, dude.
Well, neither was anyone else. So, to be fair.
Fair enough.
And they wrestle a little bit, and then she's like, she's trying to figure out who he's working for. Like, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
And but she's a slave for
Myax.
Myax.
Yeah.
Which I thought this whole time, the whole movie.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, why would they let their slaves go and wash up or like do anything on their own? Because the rest of the movie, they're never like any more than like a stone's throw away from their captor.
Right.
I know that they have her family, which we never see.
So
I was like, she's honeypotting.
Here's something I thought about immediately after this movie ended, is that the first woman Dar comes across and wants for the rest of his life, to the point he tries to rape her, is his cousin.
Yes.
Close relation.
Yes.
The very first one.
Yep. They never mention it.
They never mention that.
But yeah.
But they're going to have some natural born swimmers.
Which I was like, she's honeypotting. She's one of the old hags.
Yeah.
And just undercover the whole time. I really felt like that's how the movie should have went.
Yeah. I mean, it would have made more sense.
Because there's parts in the movie where she just disappears and she comes back with weapons and shit.
Yeah.
And
totally
he's
does.
just like, why is she dressed like that?
Where'd you get that stuff from?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Follow me.
Yeah. I know the
to
shortcut.
Our death?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, man. No, I mean, yeah, Dar should have been smarter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first naked girl you see, you know.
Yeah.
You're a kid, right? She stole his first kiss.
Did she? Did she?
Yeah.
I think it was forced on her.
Well, she still took it.
Jesus.
She goes back and he follows her. And I guess he loses her and he sees this weird temple thing. It was just some like lights.
It's like a cave.
No, right? It was on top of a cliff.
Yeah. You're right. I'm sorry.
There was some weird trees and like glowy stacks. So he's like, oh, maybe that's where she went. And She goes up there and there's this weird like cult place
full of man-eating monsters.
Yeah. That like statue monsters.
Yes.
There's some guy in a cage and he immediately like, oh, I'm going to save this guy, and opens the cage up. So the guy runs out and they just eat him. It's like, you just got good fucking job rescuing this guy. You just really just use that guy as bait to see what those guys would do.
Yes, 100%. And that guy dies gruesomely.
Yeah.
So they're like bat bird people.
Mm-hmm.
And they literally wrap their bat bird wings around you, absorb everything about you that's not bones,
and
then just spit out the rest. It is horrifying. The fact that all of our villages apparently are within walking distance of this shit.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
But it's okay. It's okay because his animal companion, the eagle, shows up and they're like, oh, we worship that eagle.
So Eagly comes in and these Batbird people are just in awe. Mm-hmm. I guess it's like an eagle is like their religious symbol or something.
Well, he lands on their religious symbol, which is looks like a crow.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, you're blessed or something.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh yeah, you can
just
go,
let
man.
This dude walk out.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll eat you later.
And okay, that's over.
Yep. Yep, that's the thing.
I'm sorry for that guy that was locked up that I've murdered. I'm sorry, freed.
He is free now.
So then he goes back to his original town, the Mud Hut Village.
Yes.
Where Myax is sacrificing a child.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Yeah. He's just holding this thing up.
He's picking this kid up by an arm and a leg and shaking it.
Yep.
And throws it into a fire pit.
And then it doesn't go in. And so he gets like a stick and just pushes it in like, some trash got stuck on the trash compactor and he's trying to get it down the fucking drain. That's what this child was.
Get the fuck in the fire pit.
And Eagly comes by and carries the child away.
Oh, no. They killed the first child.
No.
He sacrifices 2 kids.
No, it's only one.
This 2.
Does he?
He throws the first kid in the pit.
I didn't see that.
And then it's like, God demands more sacrifice. And they come down into the audience and get another kid.
Okay.
And that one they're about to sacrifice. And then that one's like, no, and tries to fight its way out of the trash compactor.
Okay.
And Eagly picks that one up and flies away with it. There's no way.
No, man. He's a strong bird, okay?
There's absolutely no way this eagle is going to pick up like a fucking 40-pound kid and fly away.
They fly off with dogs all the time.
A fucking pterodactyl couldn't have picked this kid up and flew away with it.
The pterodactyl could have. Eagles fly off with small dogs all the time, okay? What about a small 80-pound child, It's fine.
But Eagly flies away. And Myax is like, see, God wants me to kill your children. It's a sign.
It was great. I love Rip Torn this whole movie. He was fantastic.
Yes, it was amazing.
He's over the top, silly, ridiculous villain.
Yes, he's a cult leader / I sound like a pirate.
Yep. It just has a real I want to fuck you vibe the whole movie.
Yes.
Just eyebrows raised at you.
Yes. Yes.
It's great.
So Eagly flies off with this kid and everybody bows in awe of God except for Dar, because Dar doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
And that guy's like, that guy. Yeah, get that guy. That's not bowing like the rest of the peasants.
Yeah.
Seems suspicious, not bower guy. And then after Eagly drops his kid off a cliff or whatever, he collects his kid and takes it back to his parents that live in the village.
Yep.
It's a lot of going in and out of this village. You think since
there's no guards, obviously we've already established that. There's one guard.
You would think since the king's firstborn son got slaughtered and arrested and there's a whole coup thing, the next guy in charge would have been like, hey, I'm going to post more guards so that the same thing doesn't happen to me.
Well,
nope.
There's one guard. He does. He puts one guard at the town entrance.
Oh, he does. He does double the guard to 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's 100% more guards. But so at some point, because the king had that guy, he had Myax arrested already.
Yes.
So that means somehow Myax got free, overthrew the king.
Yeah.
And then imprisoned the king. And everyone's just like, okay.
It's just cool.
Worshiping that guy now. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
now our leader's a child murderer. Whatever, That's what the gods want.
That's basically how we do it today.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
They just do it in the bottom of a pizza parlor.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Or over on Epstein Island.
Yeah. So after that he goes off and then he meets John Amos.
Yes. who is traveling with the king's second-born son.
Yep. Which at some point the king had another child.
Yep.
And then also has a family because the kid, they see that he has a necklace eventually, right?
Yep.
That he got from Kira.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got from Kira, and they're like, "How'd you get this?" I was like, "This is my cousin's," and so it's like, okay. That at that point, I'm like, wait. So that means you're trying to hook up with this is your little brother because he's like, oh, my king, my father's the king.
Yep.
Half brother, and then so your cousin, that's his cousin. That means that's your cousin too.
Yep. It actually might be more his cousin than this kid's.
Probably. Who knows?
Because, we don't know who did who after Dar was gone.
I mean, honestly, there's only like 40 people in this village. They probably all are related to each other anyways. They're all cousins of cousins.
Yep.
Keep the bloodline pure.
So, he meets up with them, and they kill some random dudes. Random monk guys that are trying to kill Dar.
Yep.
And they get Dar's not tiger back out of a pit together, and they're all friends.
Yeah, they drop a log onto the tiger.
Yep.
And then
it's part of the getting out process. First, you got to squish it with a log.
Yeah. And then you can pull it out.
Right.
I don't know where they got the tree from, but sure.
Yeah, just happened to be there.
They're just lucky there was a down, perfectly cut tree next to the pit.
Just right there. Sure. Why not?
And that those guys had time to dig a pit and then cover it up to trap the tiger in.
Yep. Sure.
Yep.
Why not?
So, and then the rest of the movie, they figure out the weasels, the ferrets, had stole a bunch of shit. And one of the items the kid puts on is a ring with an eyeball on it.
Yeah.
And so now Myax has a way to watch them the rest of the movie.
Right. So they come up with a plan of, okay, dude is going to go off and try to find rebels in the region in order to rise up against Myax, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whilst Dar and Kira go, say, rescue King, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's strange that there's no rebels here to rise up against this child murderer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anywhere. There's just none.
Well, we already established there's one village that got burned down. This town, which is now run by a cultist.
Yep.
And then raiding village town. That's the only villages around the area.
Yeah. So we go and we rescue the king. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Yeah, he takes the kid and the slave chick.
Uh-huh.
And they go in. And of course, Myax is like, oh, this is perfect. They're walking in my track. This is where I want them.
Yep. I can't possibly fail after they fall into my trap.
Yep. And so they go in, and there's just a hallway that's the only trap is just some guys with gloved hands swing at him.
Yeah.
But there's a chain above it, so he just crawls across.
You would think if this is your trap, that those guys wouldn't be behind bars and cages. They would just be in the fucking hall.
I don't know. No, they can't. We can't let them in the hall because we saw what happens when they get into the hall. They just go on murderous rampages.
This dude was going to this place knocking doors off the fucking hinges.
Yeah.
How do bars hold these things?
I don't know. Man.
It does not make sense. These wholesale slaughtering the monks in this temple, fucking ripping shit out of the wall. But yet these other ones are held in cages.
Maybe. So they come across some guy being strapped to a chair.
Yeah.
And they said the kid says what they're doing is they wipe their minds and turn them into beasts pretty much.
Yeah.
And so they're just killing machines up to this point.
Yeah.
But maybe the other ones are trained somehow. And this one hasn't been trained yet.
Why didn't they just save this guy?
I don't.
Why didn't they just
they watch
down out of the ceiling?
They watch him get murdered first. And he lowers the ferrets out. And then the ferrets get stuck down there because the ferrets are just trying to steal the keys.
Yeah.
And that's it. And they were like, well, fuck this guy. We don't know this guy. We can't save him. We don't care about saving him. He doesn't look helpful or useful. And so the rest of the time they're trying to find the king, the ferrets are just kiting this murder hobo through the entire temple.
Oh, leveling him up too.
Yeah.
This dude is just getting levels.
So much experience grinding.
Yes.
Just grinding priestesses.
Yes. Yes, 100%. Oh, man.
And so they find the king.
Yeah.
And the king's his eyes been cut out, and
yeah, he's blind.
Which, while we're in this temple and they're viewing the guy getting murdered, the priestess goes off, and that's where she comes back with the weapon, and he's like, "Well, that's weird." All right, and then that's the whole time I was like, "Oh, she's honeypotting him. She's gonna betray him and lead him into a trap."
Yeah,
no.
At least no secret doors around this place.
Yeah, as good slaves do.
Yeah,
And then, so Myax and one of the hags show up, and they fight. The hag blinds Beastmaster, but Beastmaster has the tiger outside, and he can see through the tiger's eyes.
Yep, he wargs through the tiger's eyes.
And stabs the chick who's above him, just hissing at him. Well, you could obviously probably just hear.
Yep.
And listen.
Well, she was the first one that didn't throw herself upon his sword.
You're right.
He actually had to thrust up and knock her off the ceiling.
So much harder.
But my axe is in there, and it's just like, I should have brought more dudes for this.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Because it went from just seize him to kill him real quick.
And then he just flees.
Yep. Tiger beats through the door, and my axe is like, fucking him out. He just runs out of this place.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they save the king.
Yep. Because he fell into the trap.
Well, after they get chased by her murder hobo.
Oh, God.
And they go down this cliff. So there's always a cliff. Every castle's temple's built on a cliff.
Yeah. This is also another spot that she could have betrayed him as well, because she goes down the hole with the kid and the king, and then Dar lowers the thing back onto the hole, right?
Yep.
But then she's just suddenly there again.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, is this where she's going to stab him up?
No.
Nope. Okay.
She's really playing for that long game.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the ferrets kite the murder hobo to him.
Yes.
And then as it's trying to cut the rope,
yeah,
the eagle comes and drags him out of the hole and throws him off the cliff.
Yep.
Eagly.
Eagly.
Rescue.
Get him, Eagly. That guy didn't deserve that. If Dar was a fucking hero, he would actually have saved that guy.
Probably.
Yeah. Dar's not a hero. He's a rapist.
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
The only reason he agrees to save the king is because the cousin gives him a smooch.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that, he was like, man, like he literally tells the kids, like, tell your cousin to come over here and ask me for my help.
Tell my cousin to come over here.
So, but he doesn't know that that's his brother, and he doesn't know that's his cousin, right?
He
doesn't know.
Fair enough.
You're right. So, I mean, yeah, at least he doesn't know.
But literally, I mean,
by the end of the movie, he finds out.
Yeah, by the end of the movie, he knows 100% for sure.
Yep.
Yep.
And sexes him into going into the temple in the first place.
Yep. Gotta risk it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good honeypot.
Yep.
So they go, and the king is given a speech.
Yes.
To these people that John Amos brings. I don't know where they came from. I guess
I assumed I thought it was the villagers.
Yeah. But I don't know how they got out of the village. And he's just like, we gotta go back there and kill him. And the Beastmaster's like, no, if you do that, the Tar's gonna show up and murder everybody.
Right.
And he's like, no, I don't. You're a freak. Get out of here. You talk to animals, you weird freak. And he gets his feelings hurt and walks off. And then they finally find out that, Myax has been watching him the whole time. He cries.
Honestly, when I watched this scene, I felt like Dar walked up to him and just like, Dad, I'm gay. And he's just like, get out of here, you freak. I ain't gonna have some freak like you by my side.
Well, he didn't know it was his son, okay? God. Even though that guy literally just saved his life, and he's like, nah, man, you're fucking weird. Get out of here.
Yes.
With your pet tiger, hawks, and ferrets. Yeah. You're real weird.
Oh, stop trying to have sex with your cousin.
Pretty much. So they go off scene. They fall into the trap.
So
because my ex knows what's happening.
So King is sitting there making his plan, right?
Yep.
And then black dude realizes that the ring has an eye in it.
Yep.
So he takes a fire poker out of the fire, like a burning stick, and puts the eye out.
Yeah.
Then throws the ring into the fire and it explodes.
Yep.
He's like, "My king, we can't do this plan because the enemy knows."
Yep. He's like, "No, no changes. We're doing it.
We'll just do the opposite."
I don't know.
They know we're going to attack the north wall. Well, fucking attack the south wall.
Yep.
Do something different. Anything different.
You think that my ex being smarter would go defend the south wall, thinking, "Oh, they're obviously going to change their plan because they're not stupid enough to know and keep the same plan." After they saw me watching them,
No, they're definitely stupid enough. 100% stupid enough.
So they all get captured immediately.
Yes. Their rebellion fails real quick.
The 15-man rebellion fails against the 10 priestesses. Priests. Cultists. It's the numbers of these villages that are warring are mind-boggling sad. It's like
just don't.
It's like a family squabble. This whole movie is just a family squabble.
Just don't do this, guys. No. You don't have the people for this.
No. Just leave. Everyone in the town's here. Just leave.
Yeah. So it's crazy.
They go in, and as my ex is about to sacrifice Kiri.
Yep, Kira.
It's Kiri.
Dude, they got to get her back down to her bare ass.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They're all in like ceremonial sacrificial robes. And the first thing that the guards do when they take her off the cart to be sacrificed for first is just rip her clothes off.
Woo!
Woo! Yeah.
Oh, she still had some clothes on.
Barely.
Too much, in my opinion.
Oh my God. Her mini skirt tunic thing.
Oh, the tunic, yeah.
Is literally only like an inch long. Yeah.
She's wearing underwear underneath.
Yeah.
It's like flesh colored panties or something, but
yeah.
But yeah, so they go kill all these cultists really easily. It's pretty sad. And he goes up there, and as he's killing all my ex's cultists, my ex has the father hostage.
He's like, I'm going to kill your daddy. And he's like, I don't know this guy.
Yeah. So he stabs the king.
Yes.
And the king dies anyways.
Yep.
And then he kills my ex. He tosses.
My ex goes to stab him, and he catches his hand.
After he got stabbed, right?
Yeah, after my ex kills the king.
Yep.
So my ex goes to attack Dar, and Dar grabs the knife in his hand and all of it and just like whirls it back down around and making him stab himself in the stomach.
Yep.
And he falls backwards.
Not dead yet.
Not dead yet, but we have to. Oh, that did him in. That's all it took to kill him. I'm going to go kill this other cultist real quick.
Yep.
And then I'm going to turn my back on this guy because he's 100% dead. That dude is never getting back up.
Yeah, 100%. They
Rest
never get
assured,
back up.
That guy, dead.
Yep.
Yep.
Not worried about that.
Nope, not at all.
So, of course, my ex gets up to stab him, and...
Well, I mean, Dar picks his cousin up because he's got to walk his cousin down the steps to go have some cousin love.
Yep.
Yeah.
Priorities.
And my ex pulls the knife out himself and is going to go stab Dar again.
And then Kodo.
Fucking, like I said, rest in peace, King. Kodo jumps out of Dar's bag onto my ex's and starts chewing him up and then throws both of them into a pit.
Yep.
Kodo throws my ex's into that pit.
Yeah. They fall. He falls.
Yeah.
He bites his neck and stuff, and they fall into the pit of fire and die.
So that's I don't know what, the 7th, 8th ferret dead?
R.I.P.
Get another ferret from the ferret cage.
No, we don't need that one anymore. We just need one now. Go find some babies. Podo had some babies or something.
Yeah, man.
That's okay. His lineage will live on.
At least something in this fucking movie was a hero. Because Dar was not.
No. He was looking in the fires like, where's it? What happened? Where's he at?
So
I thought he was going to come out the other side or something, but
no. No. Dar's only motivation up to this point is getting laid.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. This is his sole motivation.
Yeah.
But this isn't even the end of the movie.
No, I thought the movie was over.
This isn't even the end.
All right, let's another half hour.
Yes.
And they're like, all right, let's get prepared for battle. I was like, with who? And, the tar is coming.
Oh, yeah.
So they go and fill in the moat.
Will they top it off with dirt?
No, it's literally just covered completely to the brim with water and dirt.
But it's oil.
Well, whatever.
It's pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Surely the tar know there's a moat around that place and would just walk across it.
You would think they would have sent scouts ahead to scout out the places they were about to pillage.
I'm sure they've been there.
Right.
They literally know.
There's only 3 villages in
Yes.
this place. There's the one they just sacked and this one. That's it.
Yeah, Mud Hut has a moat around it. I guess they filled in the moat that way we can ride across it. I'm sure nothing's going to happen. So yeah, all their horses get stuck in the moat and then they light it on fire and like 90% of the army dies, which is like 30 guys.
Okay, so lighting the moat on fire is not the worst idea in the world.
No.
Okay. The manner in which they have the idea to light it on fire is absolutely the worst idea in the world.
No, they light some guy on fire, then kick him into the moat.
So you would think that we would have burning arrows.
Mm-hmm.
And archers would shoot arrows into the moat full of pitch to ignite it. No. Their fucking plan is they're going to run out there with a fucking torch just to light it by hand.
Yep.
This is the dumbest fucking idea I've ever seen.
So they go into the moat and then they close the gates. And they're like, oh shit, we forgot to light the stupid moat. So they have to climb over the gate.
Yes.
And then it's just the 4 of them out there. The 4 main characters. And they're just like, all right, we're good. Like we're the heroes here. The child, the slave chick, guy with stick, and then dumb guy with sword. And none of his animal companions are even there, right?
No, this is solely Dar's fight.
And while they're trying to, some guys happen to get lit on fire and he kicks one into the moat.
Yep, and that ignites the moat.
Yeah.
The boy was running the torch at the moat, but he got struck down with an arrow.
Yep.
Because duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you would. This is a terrible fucking plan. You guys are all idiots.
Yeah. I could have told you that.
Dar starts fighting the chieftain of this clan who has another stupid fucking axe thing. I don't know what it is with these movies and a stupid fucking axe thing. You know what it reminded me of? It's the same thing. It's the first villain that The Rock beats in Scorpion King, who has like the dual antler axe.
No, it kind of, but you know what it really looks like?
What?
And the way it's designed, it looks like what in Lord of the Rings, what the Nazgul use.
Yeah,
the big heavy mace with the chain on it.
Yeah,
but it just
happens to have an axe head instead of a mace head.
Yeah, but it had 4 spikes like that.
He sticks himself with it.
Wow. He doesn't. He sticks it into the wood, and then he's trying to pull it out, and he's more focused on pulling it out than actually fighting the battle anymore.
Right.
Because he can't just beat the guy up with his hands.
Right. Dar kicks him onto it, and he falls onto it.
Yeah.
Then he's like, "Oh, well, it come out of the wood now."
Yeah.
It's just stuck in me. Then Dar kicks him into a pit of fire.
Yep.
But the rest of the clan was still going to murder Dar because this isn't a situation where you kill the king and you become the king.
No.
These guys are still going to murder you up real good.
Yep. But luckily.
Go ahead.
The man-eating statues show up and save him.
All the man-eating monsters come out of their bat cave and are eating everybody on this field.
I have no idea why.
No idea. Eagly goes and gets them.
Yeah.
This is who Eagly pals around with.
Eagly flies them in. They show up. They fly, apparently. They hover somehow.
Yeah.
Shit, right?
Because they're Batbird things.
I guess so. And they come in and just murder all the bad guys and then fly away.
Dar's like, we should go.
Yeah.
We should get out of here before they eat us too. Why would you not round up every fucking body who can hold a spear and go fucking murder these things while they're asleep?
What? You think they can? Have you seen their fighting prowess? They would all die horribly.
How does this village even still exist?
I don't know.
These things would have eaten everything in the region.
Well, they showed they had the one guy locked in the cage. They probably put that guy in the cage. It's probably the whole dragon thing all over where they just throw up a sacrifice of these bat monsters every couple months.
Yeah, you got dude over here sacrificing babies, but Dar's village sacrifices people to this thing.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I don't understand how the population thrives.
They can't.
Every family must just pop out babies nonstop, just to be thrown and murdered.
Because you have all the babies that are going to die in childbirth. You have all the babies that's being sacrificed to this asshole over here. You got all the babies you got to feed to these fucking bat monsters to keep them satiated so they don't come in and eat the entire village.
Yeah.
Holy fuck this place. Holy shit. Fuck. No wonder at the very end of this movie, Dar's like, give this to my little brother, the new king. Definitely not me, because fuck this place. I'm leaving.
Yeah. He's like, I'm out.
I'm not staying here where bat monsters eat everybody.
No. Yeah, move very far away. We're going to the other country.
This is horrifying. Oh, there's no way you could live with this in your backyard.
He even takes off without having sex with his sister yet.
No, I can't fuck my cousin anymore.
But she shows up and is like, hey man, I still need that D.
Yep.
I'm pregnant. And I guess they just, live happily ever after.
And then that's where the movie ends.
Yeah.
Dude, oh fuck these bat monsters.
Yeah.
There's no way any of these societies could exist around something that's just life-sucking entity.
I mean, I'm sure they still die.
Because they're not eating animals.
Maybe? We don't know.
Dude, this is terrifying. This is terrifying. Like, if I saw that, I agree. Dar's an asshole, but he's right. I'm out of here. I'm not fighting bat monsters. I'll fight people. People die. I don't think these bat monsters die.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's terrifying.
I mean, overall, the movie's pretty good. I did hate it. I enjoyed the movie. I laughed at parts. It was pretty funny and silly. There's some nice looking women that nude, and I'm always pro nudity.
Oh man, I talked to you about this before you watched it. I've never seen this. Mm-hmm. I thought I had saw this because when I was a kid, this was a television show.
Yeah, I remember watching Beastmaster. It was on same time around. Xena.
Like towards the end of the run for Hercules and Xena Warrior Princess, there was also this.
Yep.
And yeah, I watched this on TV.
Yeah.
I never actually saw this movie.
Not the same thing.
Not the same thing at all.
No.
100% less bat monsters in the TV show.
Yeah. They don't spray paint the tiger black. So one of my biggest issues with this movie is the whole time this Tar cavalry, and whenever he gets attacked, they're all on horses. Yeah, and he gets attacked multiple times by men on horses. Shouldn't he be able to soothe that animal and use it against them?
Yeah. Yes.
He should be they should be throwing those guys off and turning on them.
Maybe it's because they're domesticated.
I guess.
Maybe that part of their will has already been beaten out of them.
I don't know.
But you would think that he would be able to do. I thought that's what he was going to do.
Yeah.
They're all in cavalry. Yeah. I will fucking stop all their horses.
That make too much sense.
And make them get off on foot.
Yeah.
To where at least it's a fair fight.
They could have funneled them across the bridge.
Yep. Nope. Too smart for this movie.
Man, they're dumb enough. They're just going to go across the moat that I'm sure one of them have been to this village before and knows about.
We can hear all these horses screaming in pain as they burn alive.
Yep.
But it ought to be especially bad for him because he can understand their language.
Yeah.
He can hear them saying, oh God, I'm on fire.
It's so hot. Help.
Get me out of this pit, Dar. Help me.
Yeah. Because he's talking with the bird. He speaks bird, apparently. He's like,
he screeches at the bird.
Yeah, he screeches at the bird like he's speaking to it, like the bird understands him.
Oh my goodness, dude.
It's his whole character is like what if a child got lost in the woods and thought it was raised by animals?
Mm-hmm.
And this is exactly his whole character acts like a child. It's he acts with the way he's around women.
It's a sword and sorcery take on the Jungle Book.
Yeah, this is exactly. He's Mowgli.
He's Mowgli. Except there wasn't any child sacrifice in Mowgli's story. And there wasn't any man-eating monsters in Mowgli's story either. There was not man-eating bat people.
I mean, maybe Blue murdered some children. You don't know, man. I'm sure Shere Khan did.
Oh, man. The first thing he come across was a bear that come out of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing he come across was Baloo.
Yep. And then when did he come? Then he comes across Shere Khan.
This shit is the Jungle Book. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's running around half naked the whole movie.
Dar's getting sued.
Yep.
Oh, no. I like this better than the Jungle Book remake.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no titties in the Jungle Book remake.
Yeah.
There was 2 sets in this.
Oh, there's more than that.
I only saw 2.
There's 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Whenever the village was getting pillaged, you see
they ripped some girl's shirt off. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
I watched the whole movie in slow motion, so I know.
Oh, you really like this?
I mean, I'm not going to go back and watch it again, but it was entertaining. I actually thought this was entertaining. It wasn't that bad.
Oh, man. When I watched through this, I watched it before you, and I was just like, oh, Derek's not going to like this. But it does have a naked redhead in it. He's going to love that.
It wasn't even just a naked redhead. I just thought, the bad parts are funny and stuff. So it was Dragon Slayer meets Conan. And
yeah,
I enjoyed it.
This was better than Dragon Slayer.
Dragon Slayer just had too many lulls and just they didn't explain anything. This movie didn't have to know anything.
But
it it made money. $8 million budget, $14 million.
Really?
Gross.
Man, them 1980s dollars. So that's like $50 million.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Not bad, man.
That's not bad at all.
Almost doubled. So
yeah. Yeah. I would 100% recommend watching this.
Yeah. Yeah, check it out. Or go watch the 90s series Beastmaster, because that was actually good.
Yeah. I don't remember it being bad, but then again, how much other shit have we watched on here that we don't necessarily remember being bad?
Yeah.
We did like 3 Ninjas when we were kids.
If you don't like thinking about animals getting hurt constantly, then you probably shouldn't watch this.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there are animals hurt during the making of this movie.
Oh, yes. 100%. 100%. We had to have gone through a dozen ferrets. Just accidentally stepping on them, getting eaten by eagles and tigers.
The eagle and the ferrets were never in the same scene together. Okay?
Yeah, they were.
No, we always made sure they were in different scenes.
That's what they want you to believe. They lost like 5 ferrets before they realized, okay, we gotta stop. We can't.
There's a wild eagle on set. Put the fucking ferrets up.
We can't just keep feeding these ferrets to this eagle.
It used to cost us like $10 a dozen.
Oh, there was shit like, I guarantee you they lost some ferrets. Whenever they did that fucking kissing scene between Poto and the tiger,
yeah,
I guarantee you that tiger went, ain't no ferret.
Which, the tiger's name was just Woo, because that's the noise it made when he found it.
Yep.
Woo?
Oh, shit, dude. Thumbs up. Loved it. 100%.
Yeah, check it out.
Recommend watching.
Yeah, and leave comments if you like what we're doing and everything.
Yep.
And, hit us up.
And, yeah, man. We'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah. See you guys.